Hello dear students, I am your computer teacher from Golden Public School and this is your computer class. So today we will start our chapter number 2 which is about Microsoft Excel. So today we will learn some basic of Microsoft Excel. So without wasting any time, let's start. So as you can see, what is MS Excel? It is a spreadsheet package available in MS Office Suite. Now what is MS Office Suite? MS Office Suite is basically a collection of Microsoft's all applications like MS Word, MS Excel, MS PowerPoint and many more. So MS Excel is also a part of MS Office Suite. It is used for arranging data in tabular format. As you can see, the tabular format, so it means Microsoft Excel is used for arranging data in tabular format. Generally, it is used as a data analysis tool. We can analyze our data in MS Excel with the use of some functions. So, file extension of MS Excel spreadsheet is .xls and .xlsx. It means whenever you save your file in MS Excel, it will save with the extension of .xls or .xlsx. As you can see, there is written bookwork. It means bookwork. This is the by default name of your Excel worksheet. So this is the by default name of Excel worksheet, but after saving the file, the name will change according to your name. Components of MS Excel. So as you can see, there are some components of MS Excel. There is a cell. This, so it means all the boxes shown in this image are called cell. Every box, every box is a cell. But if you write anything in a box or you click on any box, so the cell is called active cell. So all the boxes are called cell, but whenever you click on any cell or you write something in any cell, so then the cell will called active cell, and the cell address of the active cell will shown on this box, cell address box. This box shown the address of your active cell. As you can see, this cell is A1. So in cell address box we will see the address of active cell. So there is a bar which is called formula bar. So in this complete sheet, the numeric values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so these are called rows. Row 5, row 6, row 7, row 8, row 9, and the alphabetics are called column. Column E, column F, column G, column H, column I. So these are rows and column. Done. So these are the some components of MS Excel. Last thing is worksheet tab. So as you can see, there are some sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. So these tab are called worksheet tab. So now what is the difference between workbook and worksheet? A file in MS Excel is called as workbook. It has various sheets. These sheets are called worksheets. By default, there are three active sheets in MS Excel named as Sheet 1, Sheet 2 and Sheet 3. So it means the complete program which you save in your computer is called workbook. The complete program of Excel is called a workbook, but in this workbook, as you can see, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, and you can also add more sheet by clicking on this icon. So these sheet are called worksheet on which we works. So the complete program is called a workbook, but the sheet is called worksheet, and we have by default three active sheet named sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3. So there are some function in MS Excel also. Functions are the predefined formulas in Excel which are used to perform complex calculations and data analysis. Functions provide easier, faster and more convenient way to performing mathematical and other type of operation in the worksheet. It means we can perform mathematical, logical and other operations also in Microsoft Excel with the help of some functions. In Microsoft Excel, a function always start with an equals to sign. This is very important point, that the every function on Microsoft Excel starts with equals to sign followed by the function name and set of value to be calculated argument. So as you can see the syntax of function. So first there is a equals to sign, then function name. It means if you want to subtract something, then you will write sub. If you want to multiply, then you will write equals to mul and bracket, then the cell range or cell address or values or condition according to your requirement. So we will discuss about the arguments in our upcoming class. So I hope it's clear. Now cell range. A group of cells is known as a cell range. Rather than a single cell address, you will refer to a cell range using the cell address of the first and last cell in the cell range, separated by a colon. As you can see, for example, a cell range that includes cells A1, A2, A3, A4 and A5 would be written as A1, and these two dots are called colon. So A1 colon A5. So you don't need to write A1, A2, A3, A4, A5 particularly. You can simply write A1 colon A5. So it will select the range from A1 to A5 in MS Excel. Some different type of cell ranges are: first one is vertical cell range, second one is horizontal cell range, and third one is mixed cell range. So let's discuss about them. So vertical cell range, as you can see in this image, these are some columns A, B, C, D, rows 1, 2, 3. So in column A, row number 2, 3, 4 and 5 are selected. So we can simply write A2 colon A5. A2 colon A5. So it indicates that the cell A2 to A5 are selected. In this example, if you had selected the entire column A, the range would be A colon A. It means if you want to select the complete column, you will write A colon A. So this is called vertical cell range. Next is horizontal cell range. So as you can see in this diagram, row number second is selected from A2, B2 and C2, means A2, B2, C2. So you can simply write the first one which is A2 and the last one which is C2 and colon. So this is example. If you select the entire row, so as like the column, you can also select the complete row. If you want to select the complete row, you can simply write which column, which row you want to select. You can simply write the row number as like, as you can see, 2 colon 2, it means it will select the complete row number second. If you want to select row number 6, so you can simply write 6 colon 6, so it will select the entire row number 6. So I hope it's clear. Now last one is mixed cell range. As you can see in this image, rows and column both are selected, so this is called mixed cell range. Selection of cells that forms a rectangular structure include row and column is mixed cell range. So in this type of cell range you have to write the first cell range and the last cell range. So as you can see, the first cell range is A and 2, so A2, and last is C and 5, so C5. So you can indicate the cell range like that. So this is a collection of cells that can be formed multiple rows and multiple column. So this is a complete overview of your Excel. So in next class we will discuss MS Excel in more detail. So that is for today. Thank you so much, students.